one of the issues we're looking at, or the very first issue we're looking at tonight, is President Nana Akufo-Addo says his government has no special interest in the 4 new regions yet to be created. He said the final decision regarding the creation of the new regions rests with inhabitants of the 4 regions identified for the project. The president said his government will only act based on the decision of the people. At the inauguration of the 9-member commission on Thursday, the president stated that the commission will determine if new regions need to be carved out of the Volta Western Braha for northern regions based on an extensive consultation with inhabitants. Now, what do you make of the creation of these new regions?
I don't think it's necessary for him to create any other regions attached to the 10 that we have. Yeah.
Why?
We're looking at our resources, and now graduates are out looking for jobs a lot. So creating another region, other regions in addition to this, will compound our unemployment problems.
It's just a blessing and a curse in disguise, because some of the regions are very large, and as they need to be demarcated. And in doing so, it's going to help in development. But on the other hand, too, in terms of financial, in terms of the other ways, in terms of finance, it's going to affect the country. In that, the regions in existence, it's okay.
I don't think there is a need. Simply because it is about equitable resources to each of the regions. And if we do that, there is no need you create any new thing. Because if it is 2 cities to District A, if you divide it into 10, you divide that same 2 cities within the same sector. What we really need to do is that we need to rather supervise whatever we give out.
The creation of new regions will be, how do I say it? It will be a good idea. It's a good idea. That's how I see it. Because in the disbursement of maybe funds or developments and everything, yeah, with the creation, it will be more easier to manage, how do you call it, the funds you get.
All right, so let's get to see the comments that you've posted on Facebook. So the question is, what do you make of the creation of the new regions? And yeah, we have your comments, 32 comments for now, 4 shares. Nana Ikubwesiako says, is Ghana bigger than China? What rapid development? This small Ghana, we're going to have 2 ministers in each with convoy. And let's read some more. There should be a serious commission to monitor their works and if possible sack them if not performing. Nelson Ejiman says, if only the people in those regions are fully in support of the view of the president, then their will must be highly respected accordingly. Stapelo says, Ghana is a very funny country. Even Nigeria running states and not regions, because they have large population and having states bigger than our regions, are not complaining. These small regions, and see how our leaders are suffering. And in no time, they will ask for division of municipals to become regions, says SMH. And Mark Offer says, our president did not say that he will create a new region, but to deduct the region into 2 to make development faster, or divide the region into 2 to make the development faster. Each region will get 2 ministers because of the reduction. Ghanaian or division. Ghanaians should think and support him. Why? Leonard Grant says, can barely maintain the development of the ones you already have, more or less create more. It's like having 3 children and can't support them and still want to have more. And Barima Kubaji says, it is a good idea to decentralize development, and so I'm all for this. What stunned me, however, is that after the president correctly mentioned that the NDC wanted to create 5 more regions, he conveniently failed to add that the NDC's proposed splits included the Ashanti region, but not the pick and choose that's being done now. And Ankoma Chubwesako says, Israel, I think the call for new region is born out of ethnic recognition and supremacy. If we are not careful as a country, we will create the region and lose the relevance of nationhood. And Baye Jeremiah says it's a good move because it will bring governance closer to the people and that of development. We pray and hope that the region succeeds the government succeeds in that decision. Now moving on to something else closer to the heart. At least 3 Ghanaians have been arrested over large-scale romance fraud, in which some £5 million has been stolen from 16 Britons. A statement by Yoko Tuesday said at least 16 people have been found to have fallen victim to the fraud, and the sum of £5 million has been stolen from the victims in the UK. Experts say the romance scam is a dangerous and vicious form of mass market fraud because perpetrators target assets of victims and end up abusing them emotionally. Question: how do you understand romance fraud?
Like having sexual intercourse illegally or practicing more sexual intercourse, like doing what the law does not appreciate or what the law does not enforce in the country, doing something illegally.
So romance fraud, in my view, is playing on the mind of somebody to get the person to do something for you or something that the other party gains.
Romance fraud is being not, in my point of view, not being truth with a partner in terms of romance, and make that partner feel, bad, maybe about the treatment.
What I understand is romance fraud is romancing someone to take the person's money from the person.
Someone, but you are really not into the person.
Let's go again.
Pretending to like someone, as in you are doing everything to show you like the person, you are with the person, but in actual fact, you really are not into the person. You don't even like the person. You are just with the person for something, maybe money or possessions or something.
Okay, so those are some interesting views. On Facebook too, there's some more. Samuel Ford says, I think they sent this, they're scamming there, and they've been caught. They couldn't control their black mentality there and began to outsmart people there, and has led them to this thing. Please, Israel, where's Miss G? It's been a while. Miss G got married, and she's enjoying her honeymoon, but she should be back at work any moment from now, probably sometime next week. Judicious Udro says romance fraud is a type of fraud found in a relationship where one's objective is to have access to one's documents or properties. By Jeremiah says, I don't understand it at all. When experts are talking, they use other technical terms which rather confuse us the more. John says, an act of pretense to love something you don't love when you know that the reward in it is very rewarding to your humble self. I don't know where humble self comes in. Barry Makubaji says, romance fraud in simple terms is when you think you met the perfect partner through an online dating website or app, but the other person is using a fake profile to form a relationship with you or enter a relationship with you. In our circles here in Brekum, it is akin to Sakawa. Man-woman tricks, you call it. Sadat says, it is when a Sakawa boy uses a beautiful female naked pictures to pretend he is the one to make men fall and taking money in return. James Abusanga says, conning money out of someone you're dating online. Anthony Lincoln says, Kalabule, don't go global. And Albert says, it is a confidence trick involving feigned romantic intentions towards a victim, gaining their affection and then using a goodwill to commit a fraud, such as getting access to the person's bank account, passport, credit cards, identification card, etc. Now, there's one more story that there's a story I'll be sharing with you. It has to do with Shatta Wale's banter with President Akufo-Addo, and that was all around his birthday. Now, the BBC has, taken the story, and I'll be sharing the story with you. They put it in a very interesting way, and it's all in pidgin. I'll be reading that pidgin to you in a bit. But now, when we were in nursery school, we were taught a lot of poems and rhymes. There are a lot of interesting ones, and of course, boring ones. And trust me, as of now, I can recite. Well, I can't recite some of those poems. I've forgotten about them actually, but I will do so. I'll attempt, maybe, after I hear what you people say. So I want you to recite your favorite childhood poem.
when I was a kid. I love this poem. Rain, rain, go away. Go and come another day. Little children want to play. Rain, rain, go away, because I love playing a lot.
When I was in KG, I learned from my teacher that is rain, rain, a lion. A lion has a tail, and it has a big head and a very small waist.
If you see a traffic light, there's something you should know. Red means stop. Yellow means get ready. Green means go, 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 and go.
I used to have a lot of poems, but a lion, that one was my favorite. And I think it goes like a lion has a tail. It has a big head and a very small waist. Yeah, if I remember exactly.
Rain, rain, go away. Little children want to play. Rain, rain, go away.
Well, one of my favorites, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty. Let's get on to Facebook. Some of Fort also goes with the rain, rain, go away, go and come another day. Little children want to play, rain, rain, go away. Israel, we want to hear you. I've just said mine, Humpty Dumpty. Abubakar says, when I was a poor man, my family didn't know me. When I became a rich man, no, just, Debbie, just, let's open your list. My family wrote a letter. Go and tell my family, still I am a poor man. Still I am a poor man. And, well, yeah, Peter Frank says, epic, typical Ghanaian poem. Akosia says, a lion has a tail, it has a big head, and a very small waist, I'll just hold my waist, and I'll be shaking it. Twerking started from there. Really? Is that where twerking started from? Adam Bastor says, see, I can see a bird standing on a tree. Where is my gun? If I see my gun, I will shoot the bird, Paul, and the bird will be mine. Sadat Larry says, rain, he goes with rain, rain, go away. Agnes Bedu says, Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling lies, no, Papa. Open your mouth, ha, 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 ha. Bernard Kwashi says, good, better, best. May I never rest till my good is better and my better best, actually. Sika Esims, my father, the plantain planter, planted plantain on his plantain plantation. If my father, the plantain planter, planted plantain on his plantain plantation, where's the plantain my father, the plantain planter, planted on his plantain plantation? That's a good one. Albert says, me, I have never been told any poem at all in my childhood days. Shiloh says, big, better, best. May I never rest until... Okay, and here Bless says, Muntie 3, talk. Muntie 3, 10,000. Really? Never recall that poem. Okay. So, yeah, and people have the whole lot more. You can get onto our Facebook page and get to read some more. Now, let's go to the Pidgin story I was telling you about. The Pidgin story put out by BBC Pidgin about President Akufo-Addo's banter with Shatta Wale around his birthday. Okay, so we all know how the story started. In fact, I think the story started right from here, and where I shared with you the tweet that the president put out. Okay, so the BBC say, you fika say now only fresh boys then girls get Pidgin swag. You for make study. Favor Nunu, Accra-based journalist, just reports the President Akufo-Addo for Ghana dropped just one Pidgin flu for Twitter, and social media for Ghana don't scatter. People waiting say now only English then slang President Akufo-Addo fit speak. They inside shock, no be joke. They just be this. Popular dancehall artist for Ghana who they celebrate in birthday on 17 October. Carry tweet ask President Nana Akufo-Addo what in they give as birthday gift. This be where the unexpected don't happen. President Akufo-Addo, as he won't reply Shatta Wale, do for Pidgin inside too. And that's the tweet. Happy birthday, Shatta Wale. You for come visit me for Flagstaff household. And look, that got 5,473 retweets, 9,318 likes, and 1,019 replies. That's massive. Then make you see Shatta in response. Thank you, Your Excellency. I will follow the necessary procedures and pay a visit soon, Mr. President. I hope my Land Cruiser will be ready. And BBC Pidgin continues. The reactions child like Sandway Day Beach. In one tweet, lighting up Ghanaians the mood. Some self-one make them write in speeches all for Pidgin. See the reaction we follow from Ghanaians. And then this one, Kwame says, as Nana writes in Pidgin there, we are free to write our exams in Pidgin. And Marshall's bestie says, Shatawale, how dare you? A whole president tweets for Pidgin inside, but you reply am for English inside. Why? What you want prove? And Kwame Anoche says, now you they speak Pidgin. Wow, Mr. President do well. Anyway, so those are that's the BBC Pidgin captured President Akufo-Addo. And look at the headline: Ghana president scatter Twitter with Pidgin.